Oh, baby.
Llama, red pajama, Reese's story, Reese's mama keeps his baby hurt. Llama, go downstairs. Llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink, mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama, red pajama, call down to his llama. Llama.
All right, the palace. It's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays, right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the palace. Let's go. Damn.
Llama, red pajama, Reese's story, Reese's mama keeps his baby hurt. Llama, go downstairs. Llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants.
All right, Palace. Y'all are in the building, something thick this morning. Happy Saturday to all of you. Let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear, honey, and we will get this party started on this beautiful Saturday morning. Well, at least I hope it's a beautiful Saturday morning for you, because it damn show is for me. And I appreciate you, Lynn Selders, holding it down with the one. Linda Gamble, I see you. I appreciate you, Uppity Unicorn, for checking on your girl. I am here, Queen. Thank you for giving me that nudge in my DM. Butterfly Kisses, Miss Cutie Pie. Alf MC is in the building, y'all. Steadily holding it down. Cricket 22. And we got trending at some point, carrying that one, saying, "We hear you, Queen. We hear you." All right, Linda Taylor, I see you. Janice Walker. Y'all, today is Saturday. And you know what we do on Saturdays. I'm smiling, y'all, from ear to ear, because we stand on business over here on Saturday mornings. And I am actually away on vacation. But honey, I said what I said. There's no way I was going to skip this Saturday morning show of I Said What I Said. Y'all, people are loving the hell out of y'all standing on business. I have already posted the link in the chat. So if you want to stand on business this morning, it ain't got to be nothing negative. Last week we had people come up. Listen, your folks don't know you up in his house over here behind the palace walls, or, at the palace gates. You can stand on business, because whatever it is, I need you to leave it. I need you to leave it in 2023. And this is your chance to get it off your chest and end it with I said what I said. So here are the rules. What I said. Ain't nothing personal. Ain't nothing ever personal over here in the palace. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all, my husband in the background, he having too much damn fun. He got his cell phone loud as hell. I had to go on mute and say, "Turn it down." Listen, and I said what I said, by the way. Listen, so listen, here are the rules of I Said What I Said. It's never, ever personal, because we're grown-ups over here and everybody's welcome on this platform. I don't ever want you to think that because of where you are, who you support, who you don't support, you can't come up and stand on business. Like I said, the link is in the chat. It's never personal. The only thing that you have to do is, when you're done clearing the air, is you must sign it, seal it, and deliver it with I said what I said. Got it? All right. So before we get started, I want to share something with y'all. For those of you that have children, and if you're all, like, I found this wonderful YouTube channel that is founded and developed by an African American male, William Marshall, y'all. He developed The Adventures of BB. We want to make sure we hold it down. This is a safe place for your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins. And it's called The Adventures of BB. And I just got to share it. It is just so cute. Hold on. Let me show you.
Hey there, boys and girls, come with me from the magical lands to the deep blue sea. BB's on a quest full of laughter and glee. The amazing adventures of BB. Good morning.
I love it. The Adventures of BB. Make sure y'all go over there and y'all show that king some love. And if you need him to do a little work for your channel, don't hesitate to reach out to him. I do believe he has his contact information and his about. You know how it is when you go to the page and you click about. Make sure you reach out to him, y'all. That's some beautiful work over there. I had to shout him out. And this is not a paid advertisement. When I see something beautiful and lovely that we doing over here, you better believe you ain't got to ask me, baby. I'll share it. I'll share it. That is just absolutely beautiful. And I said what I said. He also develops beats. I don't know if y'all caught this. He developed this beat for me. Let me play it for you. You hear that beat? Do you hear that damn beat? Yes, an African American king standing on business. Develop that for me. No copyright strikes, no nothing. So make sure y'all hit him up that he can develop something personal for you. And it's called the event. Let me type it in. Adventures of BB. Just 2 capital B's, y'all. That's it. And that was what I wanted. So if you like jazz, if you like whatever, he developed that for me. I ain't never got to worry about nobody striking my damn channel. Okay, Adventures of BB. So not only did he develop the Black Cartoon Channel for all children, he also developed, he's a producer, a music producer. He also will make beats for you. His name is Will Marshall. Okay. Anywho, let's get this show started. So are y'all standing on business this morning, or am I by myself? That's what I want to ask. Good morning. Ramel, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. All right, I guess I'm by myself because ain't nobody want to play with me today. But I got to stand on business. Ladies, y'all got to stop taking care of these men. Y'all got to stop pacifying these grown boys, paying for them, and just buying them, buying their love and hunting. Women have become the hunters. Recently, a couple of days ago, we saw in the shade room that Super Scent. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Super Scent. Super Scent. She's a multimillionaire. Okay, a self-made millionaire, and she owns the makeup line, the Crayon Case. Okay, she went millionaire status a few Thanksgivings ago. I'm gonna say about 3 years ago. Okay, she did a sale, and because of us being great consumers, she hit millionaire status. Okay. We've seen her go up and down in some of these relationships with these men. Okay. All who appear to be opportunists. Recently, she came out and she spilled her own tea and she announced that there is no wedding. Okay. This was a huge proposal done on social media. She said there will be no wedding. It was not a mutual breakup. And allegedly, this is coming from her mouth, her fiance drug her on the interstate, okay? So we can assume there was a physical confrontation that happened. Now, here's my thing with it. Super Scent, I'm gonna need you to stop being so generous financially with these grown boys. Because a part of this, you have to accept responsibility to that you're opening up your financial door for these men to become financial predators, right? She gifted this man land. Now, I don't know what happened to cause the separation and the announcement outside the physical, but something in that car happened because before they got into a fight, they were just in Target shopping. We know she's been extremely, if you go and watch the history of her relationships, she's very generous financially. Okay. Now, if you go to his page, he didn't came up. This nigga didn't came up. He got he's selling jeans and all of this. And I was just sitting here watching. I was like, y'all got to stop paying for these grown ass boys. I said what I said, which takes me to another scenario, y'all. They called me all kind of names on Instagram because of this video. And baby, when I tell you we was going to toe in the chat and I stood on business for 48 hours, y'all. Listen, we was throwing haymakers verbally behind this. Let me share it with you. But before I do, the link is in the chat if anybody wants to come up. Thane said, can you say this louder? We always seem to be appeasing the men and their wants and needs. The Black men understand the compartmentalization game. Yes, they do. I'm not your mother. I'm not your mother. Oh, it was 6 acres of land that's a lot of acres, y'all, that she gifted him. So even though he's not going to marry her anymore and he's not going to marry her, this nigga still got 6 acres of land. Come on now. Ladies, we got to stop it. Now, we're not talking about being good to a man because you're supposed to be good to your man. So I don't want y'all running back to my Queen Sheep. I don't want us to be good to a man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying stop buying these boys. Stop paying for these boys. Stop being overly generous. Okay? Let these boys hunt you. I'm only talking about the boys, okay? Not the men. Let these boys hunt you. Y'all have become the hunters. And when he don't pick you, you gotta keep up this circus and this monkey show, this crazy ass show just to keep his attention, okay? Because he really didn't choose you. You chose him. And pimping ain't easy, baby. You gotta pay. You gotta pay that man. But let me bring Kim Green to the stage. Welcome, Queen. What you standing on this morning?
I'm standing on business.
Well, you
I'm
better go
standing.
ahead.
I'm standing on this is my season. This is my season for goodness. This is my season for purpose. This is my season for not giving nobody my blessings. You can't have my breakthrough. I said what I said. Who gonna check me, boo?
Nobody. Nobody. Nobody, baby. Listen, Kim, I love it. Ain't nobody gonna check you, boo, because you stood on business and you said what you said. We got Sugar, y'all. Sugar, what you standing on today?
Hey, Queen Sheba in the palace.
Hey, welcome.
I'm standing on business. I agree with you about how some women, perspective is with, towards men. I'm standing on that. Let's just re-educate or educate our women. Let's stand on, the wonderful reason as to why we are women and female. So I'm standing on business, and I can't understand why we looking at people that look like us on reality TV, and they want to gaslight us, but they keep disrespecting women. Let's stand on making that a change. Let's stand on incorporating other entertainment outlets where like-minded people can resonate with us. Let's stand on not letting them carry on the narrative. Let's show our queendom in the kingdom. And I stand on business, and I said what I said.
And you heard it here. She said, what the hell he said. Hold on, Sugar. Don't go nowhere.
All right.
Don't go nowhere because I need your perspective. Y'all, a lot of people was pissed off at me for my comment. Listen, I got in trouble. Instagram booted my ass off. They called me all kind of bitches and hoes in that chat. That's all right because I was windmilling for myself. I had time yesterday. Let me play this video. A lot of y'all may be mad at me, and I want y'all to come up if you can and if you feel comfortable. You do not have to be on camera. And give me your perspective on this. Oops, hold on. Let me present my screen. Sugar, as soon as you can see it and hear it, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. For some reason, it's not letting me. I guess it don't want me to be messy today. Hold on, let me click it out. Shit, y'all, hold on. I don't even know how to get out of here now. How do I do it? I'm clicking. If I can't find it, I just may have to tell y'all about it, okay? Let's just go, damn, window.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to share my screen, not files. It won't even let me get out of here now. I didn't
So
do
do
something.
do an alt tab to pull up your windows.
Let's do a Chrome. Let's see if that'll help.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Oh, here we go. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it'll let me go down now. Inbox. I got that. Do I tap it, y'all? Normally, I ain't had these problems before with this. It won't even let me get out now. Let's do this. Hold on. Go back to StreamYard. Damn, y'all. Hold on. I did something wrong and can't even get this big. Can you see this big screen on my box? I mean, on my thing, y'all?
No.
Okay, I'm going to just talk until I can figure out how to get my screen back. to me. Now, there was this guy that went viral 2 days ago. First of all, I call Cap. But before I give you um, my thoughts on it, I wanted to share the video. He claims that a woman he was dealing with, at first he said dealings with, and he caught himself and he said dating. She was on her way to his house and he told her, hey, listen, I need you to stop and pick me up some food. She said, okay, but I'm gonna need you to give me the money when I get there. He had an issue with that. He took up issue with that and he said, no. He said, now he claims that he's taken her out before. Okay. He said, if you can't just put out $20 for me, it make me look at you sideways. Okay. He said she came over anyway and he left and went and got his own food. But after that, he was looking at her real different. Sugar, based on that, what are your thoughts?
I feel she should let him go then. If she said she needed the money back, she needed the money back. I mean, I think that people be dwelling on semantics. If you want a woman that's going to pay for your food, and everything, and if that was one of your little tricks to see if that's what she's going to do, because they play games, I don't think she was wrong for saying, I want the money back. Maybe she don't want to pay for it. I mean, it's not her husband. I mean, that's another thing. I got a problem with women acting like wives when they're not wives. You could be a girlfriend. If you're in a relationship with a man, there's nothing wrong if you buy food or he buy food or you pick it up. But that's such vague. It's so vague what you're saying. Like, do they have a relationship? Is it just somebody he kick it with? You know what I mean? I mean, because people
said dealings. I caught that. And then he switched up real quick and said dating.
See? You see what I'm saying? He said dealings at first. So so now that changed the perspective. See, that's the thing. They gaslight so much to try to put it in their narrative. Personally, I don't think it's wrong for her asking for the money back. I mean, I don't know her perspective. I don't know if she needed it. I don't know if she's just a woman that don't want to pay for men. I don't say it's right or wrong. I say that was her circumstance.
Okay, I think I got the video, y'all. Listen, I don't know. I was just trying to share the tab, but they tripping today. They won't even let me just share the tab with y'all like I normally would do. It's gonna show my entire screen. Let me just share it. They tripping on this thing today. I got it. Let me know if you can see it, Sugar. Can y'all see my screen?
I see your screen, but we're still seeing the on air, your template, not the video yet.
Damn. Don't even worry about it. Okay, this is what I think. I think that game recognized game. I think she pulled a him on him. And this is what I mean by that. A lot of times, men date women. No, men F women. And they ain't really fooling with you like that. They not trying to do nothing else except it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making no promises. You not their girl. You not going to be their fiance. You not going to be nothing but tonight and miss tonight. And I think she pulled a him on him. And I think she kept it player. Nigga, I'm not bringing you no food. It is what it is. I'm down with the get down. I ain't making no stops over. You pay for me because you knew what time it was. I'm coming over to get what I need. And I'm going to stay in my feminine and I'm not picking up no food. Number one, I don't blame her. That's on her. She's playing the rules of the game because men do it all the time, in my opinion. You see what I'm saying? He took it to the internet. What man has ever taken you crying behind $20, sir? And everybody was saying, leave her alone. She ain't nothing. If she won't do $20, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like this. A real masculine man, a man that knows his place, he ain't tripping over $20. And how come you didn't have food at the house? You entertaining your guests. How come you don't have food, cocktails ready to go for her? And he said this was the first time. I see you backstage. I'm going to have to figure out. My screen is blocked. I'm trying to figure out how
Someone
to bring you
said
up.
in the chat, excuse me, Queen Sheba, somebody said in the chat that you have to take down your overlay in order for, I guess, your other screen you're trying to show.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, thank you for saying that. That's what's going on. Okay, You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to leave out of here. Y'all stay. Give me 1 second, sugar. I'm just gonna finish up my thought. I want you to hold it down. I'm gonna leave because my screen is frozen, and then I'm gonna come right back in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I think if you think about if he said this was his first time asking her for something, okay, it may be your first time asking. That don't mean it was her first time giving you something. Maybe she was bringing food on a regular all day. Maybe she was cooking. Maybe she tired. And then I don't know. I'm just saying, but a lot of people say, well, this is his first time asking. It don't mean that she wasn't doing extra before he asked. I think she just recognized we ain't going that route. I'm not picking up no food for you. I'm on my way to your house. Shit. Sometimes people don't want to stop and go through a drive-through and pick up food for you. Let me leave out. Sugar, I'm gonna leave the floor to you. I'm gonna leave out. I'm gonna come back because I want y'all to see this video, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Sugar, you gotta hold it down. You got it. And
Okay.
come back. Okay, you got it. Give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, I agree with Queen Sheba. I mean, you can look at it from all perspectives. I do believe she played, she just know the game. I think that a lot of podcasts or a lot of content that I be viewing, I don't know, it's just a strong narrative of Black women being portrayed a certain way. We not stupid now. We some intelligent women. We know game when we see game. And if you can't afford $20, wow. I can't wait to see what Queen Sheba said in a.
All right. I'm back. Let me know if y'all can hear me, Sugar.
Yes,
Can
we
y'all
can
hear?
hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the stage, Lala. Welcome, Cinnamon Swirl. What you standing on today?
Who, Queen? Me or Cinnamon Swirl?
We're gonna go with you, Lala.
Okay. Hi, Queen.
Hey.
I don't have anything to stand on business, but I was just coming up because I saw that video on TikTok and somebody else was talking over it.
Okay.
And I laughed because let me tell you something, Queen. We have some bum ass, not all men, please don't come for me, but there's some bum ass guys out here. Because a real man, let me tell you something, a real man would
Hold
be
it,
like, hey.
Lala. I want to show the video and I want you to come in after that so they won't think you tripping, okay? Because I want them to see
one
it.
thing.
Go ahead.
Women, know your worth. Stop messing with bum ass men.
Period. And she said what she said.
Yes,
Cinnamon.
I said what I said, okay? And I stand on business.
I love it. Cinnamon, are you here for the video? Because I can pull it up now. Are you standing on something else, Queen?
Hey, love, I'm standing on everything. So I want to say this real quick. Good morning, Palace. How everybody doing? Happy holidays. So this is what I want to say. There's a Bible verse that says, don't cast your pearls before swine. And that means don't waste your time. Don't waste a good thing on people who will not appreciate it.
Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
I'm standing on, I said what I said.
There you go. That's all we need, Queen. That's all we needed. All right. You heard it. Cinnamon Swirl says, do not cast your pearl to swine. I'm finna show y'all the video. Thank y'all for walking me through in the chat on what I needed to do because your girl was having technical difficulties. So I'm about to remove this overlay. Y'all ready? All right, let's present the screen. And let's see if this time it works. Here we go. Let's see. We're going to go with this. It still won't let me. Damn, y'all. I removed the thing y'all told me to remove. Choose what to share with StreamYard. Damn. Okay, Lala, pick up. Go ahead. Just give your thoughts. We're going to run with what we got.
So this guy, number one, I just don't understand men that come on social media talking about madness, considering you look stupid. That's number one. Two, a real man, get this, a real man would say, hey, I ain't got no food here. I know you're coming over. I feel bad. I haven't got no food, but let me send you some money So you can go get us food. Us, the meaning us, because he invited her over to his place, right? So in this, if you inviting a guest over and you don't have anything to give her, what's she coming over for? Do you understand? Like, respectfully, you should provide what she needs in order to be a guest in your house. So therefore, you should wire her that money and say, buy us a meal and come over here because I don't have anything. But for him to say, ask for food, and she said, send me the $20, and he says he's shocked by that because she's coming, she don't owe you nothing. Her coming over is a deal between you. That's your relationship. It's clearly not boyfriend and girlfriend. It's clearly just dating. But she don't owe you nothing to buy you food. And you invited her out. You invited her to your place. So why should she pay for a meal for you? For what?
I agree. But everybody, listen, I got called every name but the child of God. Women were
Oh
against me. They
my
said I was
God.
cheap. I was broke. If you broke, then say that. Well, first of all, if he broke, then say that. We talking $20, bro. It hit you that hard
Facts.
that you had to bring it to social media, and he had eye patches on. And I don't know if y'all know what eye patches are. That's the jelly stuff that the women use under their eyes. You know how girls, when we
Yeah,
do it,
she had the green ones on as well for
listen.
hydration. Yep. The guy is thirsty.
And he not an ugly guy. He's a trainer. He got about 50 something thousand followers. He got about 50 something thousand followers. He looks good. He's in great shape. To me, you a gigolo. In my opinion, you used to getting what you want, hands down. Women don't push back. Women don't push back or say anything. And you tried it. You found the right one that time that said no. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Jump in, y'all. I'm gonna exit out real quick to try to fix this screen. But sugar and
This is
cinnamon,
what
what are
I
your
have
thoughts?
to say. This is what I have to say. Our society, black society, have made men think that they are the prize. These raggedy Negroes are not the prize. We are the prize. For any woman in this chat that doesn't know it, baby girl, you are the prize. And I'm going to tell you why we are the prize. Because God said so. God said, a man that findeth a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor with the Lord. So don't ever let them tell you that there's a man shortage and that you're going to put up with BS. It doesn't matter. God said you are the prize. If you have to date outside your race so that a man will value you, it's time that as black women, we train younger women. It's time to do that. My daughter is 38 years old and her husband is Filipino. My stepdaughter is 40 years old and her husband is Caucasian. So you know what? It's time for us to take care of ourselves, our own best interest. If a black man cannot bring himself up to the standard we need him to be in, you need to.
Hold on. Somebody's phone is ringing. If you got a rotary phone, go ahead and mute up. Somebody got a rotary phone. Listen, sugar, what are your thoughts? Sugar, you on mute, honey. Cinnamon, they love what you said. They are loving what you said, Cinnamon.
Cinnamon's always preaching. I love that about her. She's always preaching. And she ain't saying nothing but the truth. Because my opinion, Queen, is that some black men have got it into their heads that they have to humble black women. And in order to humble us, they need to degrade us and put us down. And I'm sorry, it's not going to work. It's not our fault that you didn't get to where you're supposed to in life, and you want to blame us for having standards and having want to live a certain way, but you can't reach that level. That's not our fault. Blame it on your damn dumbass self. Blame it in the society you grew up with. Blame it on that, but don't come for black women, because majority of these podcasts, all they do is degrade and disrespect black women. For what? Because you can't get to the same levels they are. They're just a bunch of haters. They're sad, pathetic haters. That's my opinion.
I love it. I love it. Did anybody else see the video or have a different perspective, because different perspectives, I wish I can show y'all the video. I'm not against doing anything nice for a man. I think you should be very generous to your man. But I think you need to be wise enough to know a situationship from a relationship. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does
There
make
are
sense,
times
Queen.
you just doing what you do physically with a man or a woman. Now, a lot of people say, what about if a man? He ain't gotta take her out if he don't want to. That's his hard-earned money. I'm just saying it works both ways. That's all I'm saying. Ladies, that's on you. If you give up your goods and he don't do nothing nice for you, that's on you. You're a big girl. But it's also on you, fellas. She ain't gotta cook for you. She ain't gotta clean for you. She don't have to do nothing for you. It is what it is. Welcome to the stage, Daryl Long. What you standing on this morning, King? You on mute, Daryl. I'll go to Sugar until Daryl comes on
Yeah,
audio.
yeah, I had to go out and come back on. I agree with, I think that was Cinnamon Squirrel. I mean, I think that women do need to increase their expectations, but but if you don't really know what you want, and see, that go back to my question, so I pose another question. Just because we get older, everybody have different experiences, but do people really know what they want, and do people know what to, or women really know what to expect out of a man? I mean, it just really gets sticky, because I'm with all you guys. The way I was brought up and in my perspective, I'm not going over and beyond, or giving a man my money. But when it comes down to marriage, like marriage and relationship is a very thin line. It's just a thin line to me.
I agree. Daryl Long, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right, perfect. I actually just came to support. I saw you was having issues with the video, so I came to see if I can get the link from you, and I'll help you play it. That way, you can contextualize the argument you were trying to make, because I was
Okay.
enjoying it.
I love it. Okay, so how do I do that? How do I send that link to you?
You can send it to me either on Instagram, or you can put it in the back chat, in the private chat right now on StreamYard, just by copying and
Okay.
pasting it, and I'll just
Okay.
play it from there.
And how you be able to play it from yours to show them?
Correct.
Okay, so y'all give me 2 seconds. I gotta X out because this thing done blocked my damn computer again. Journey to Jasmine, I see you backstage. Please hold. Please stand by. I'm jumping out, jumping back in. I'm gonna send him the what is it called, y'all? The link.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna get this party started. Listen, it's okay if you have a strong opinion over here. We cool. Give me 2 seconds. Somebody popped up. Cinnamon. Anything else you want to add? You a Lala. I'll be right back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Cinnamon.
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Yes. I just think it's sad that so many women don't know their place in society and in a family and in life, that a lot of women have been put in a position where they think that they have to do so much because of they want a black man, and that's not true. Love yourself. Know that you are the queen. Love yourself. If you love yourself, there is no one who can take advantage of you. You will see it all coming. So love yourself. Put yourself first, and understand that it's about you, what you want. But don't let anyone take advantage of you, whether it be a man, a woman, a boy, or girl. Let no one take advantage of you. Understand that you are a prize and you are a queen.
I agree. Journey to Jasmine, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen, can you hear me? I'm
Yep,
on
we can hear
headphones.
you.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Hope y'all doing all right. I didn't see the video, but I got a good context, I guess. And I just need people to raise the standards for themselves. Like, people only treat you how you allow them to treat you. So if you would accept someone, I mean, berating you over, I don't know, $20 you said or whatever, then that's what it is. But don't. And I'm dealing with this in friendships and stuff right now. They'll, these friends, they'll take anything from these dudes and whatnot, but you make a small infraction as a friend and they're ready to throw you out the door. But on the flip, I'm like, for those same people that have those types of attitudes, I'm kind of side eyeing you because I can't really trust your judgment. You know, you'll allow this guy to treat you any kind of way. I'm like, I can't really bring you into certain, like, I'm trying to make business moves. I can't bring you into that because I can't trust you, because you look at how you treat yourself. You know, I have a certain standard about myself, and I think my dad put that in me.
Yeah.
He used to take me on what is called Father-Daughter Day, and like basically he would take me out on like really nice dates and stuff, and he was like, you will never be treated like, unless you want to, you won't be treated less than this, and you should never you know, settle for less. And I really do think it starts with you. It all starts with you. It all
I
starts
agree.
in what you allow, you know. So that's kind of where I'm standing on it. And with that, I guess I said what I said.
You did. You did. You said what you said. And Melvin Elephant says, we got to get back to the basics with men being masculine and women being feminine. But let me ask you this. What does that mean?
Queen
Is
Sheba, I
that
put the video back there. You can bring it up yourself and you'll be able to control it yourself. Just let you know.
okay? So tell me what to do. We got the video, y'all. Oh, here we
You can
go.
bring it up like it's like anybody else.
Okay.
Quick story
And then-
time.
and I
So
hit
a young
play.
lady that I had dealings with, or
we
dating,
go.
was dating, whatever you want to categorize it as, was coming over to the crib, right? And so I was feeling a little hungry. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you know, grab me food? I'm hungry and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure. If you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it in order for you to bring me food? She said yes, because if I pay for it, it puts me in my masculine energy. Wait, so we've been dating for a little while and you can't bring me food? $20? Unless I pay for it? And to me, don't get it wrong, I was not mad at all. She still came over. I went and got my own food and everything. But it did make me look at her different. Because to me, that's a character flaw. Because if you only have the capacity to do something for me under the condition that it's reciprocated, or that like I pay for it, that means it's not genuine, it's not in your heart. And to me, that doesn't work, because I'm the opposite. I hold those doors for you on those dates because it's in my heart. I pay for everything when you're with me because it's on my heart. I book your plane ticket because it's in my heart. I am not one to keep score. And so if you can't bring somebody that you've been talking to, dating, a $20 meal, because that puts you in your masculine, major red flag. And then I posted about it on my Instagram story, and one young lady was like, well, I would have done the same thing if we're not exclusive. Exclusive? Baby, we're talking about a $20 meal. I didn't ask you to go to the grocery store, cook, fill out my refrigerator. I asked if you could bring me food. Because we ain't got to be exclusive for me to pay for your nails, huh? We ain't got to be exclusive for me to hold all of these doors and bring you flowers. But we got to be exclusive for you to bring me a $20 meal. It's sad, man. And I think that's why we have the dating problems and trouble we have now, because nobody is moving just genuinely. Everybody is keeping score, and this attitude that like, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z if he's not doing this for me, or she's not doing this for me. And unfortunately, I just don't move like that. I've never had. If you are hungry and I have it, you are fed. Simple. Whether I like you or not. Now, if I like you, it's a bonus. But it's in my heart to be this way. But I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this situation. Ladies, is she justified? Is she right? Fellas, what y'all? What's up, y'all?
All right.
Quick story.
Hold on. Let me take him off stage. Daryl, you're going to have to, okay, remove. There we go. All right, Daryl, let me go to the man. We got a man up here. What are your thoughts? Daryl Long, the simp god.
For me, I think that he was being a little bit ridiculous. That's probably money that he would have spent on his own. So I think that him getting in his feelings about it because of how she felt, it was the wrong way to handle it. He should have just chalked it up as $20 gone. It's $20. I could smoke $20 right here in backstage. I just feel like it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? To kind of make this point when the catalyst was $20 spent. And then he's talking about keeping the score. I think that's like, it's disingenuous, because you would have wanted to have sex with her, et cetera, more than likely. And she worth more than $20. So I just feel like, he kind of tripping, but that's just me. I understand the point he was trying to convey. I really do. But I don't think that that point stand no ground in the situation that he also conveyed.
That's an excellent point. And they said, this is a man speaking. They're agreeing with you. I think he's capping. And men in the audience, if you're listening, come on up. I want to know. I feel like if a man has really done all that for a woman, first of all, you ain't got to ask us for nothing because it ain't women that can cook, women that's loving on you. You got to start saying, no, baby, I ain't hungry. I got you. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm on my way. You want something? You need something? So I don't think you did all that for her. You may have done it for women, but I don't think you did it for her. I think it was a talk track. I think it was a viral moment. I think you was trying to Netflix and chill. And she was trying to chill. You see what I'm Netflix. She was trying to Netflix. Ain't no food, Negro. It is what it is. I'm coming over there to get that D. You gonna give me my money back and I'm gonna go home. We gonna do what we've been doing. What are your thoughts? Simone Wealthy.
Good morning, Queen. Good morning,
morning.
Chad. Oh, hell no. Hell no. That what his explanation of I open doors for you, I bring you flowers. That's what you're supposed to do. If in fact you are quote unquote dating, that is what you're supposed to do. That's like the bare basics, the minimum of dating. That's what you're supposed to do. And trying to compare it for her wanting her money back after bringing you food is ridiculous. He's just a user. That is what he is. And I don't believe he's done all those things. I think exactly what you just said. I think it's a Netflix and chill situation, a physical situation. And she wasn't about to drop no $20. And we got to be real. We don't know what her situation is. Maybe she paid all her bill money. She didn't have nothing until she got paid again. So, everyone's not out here balling. People are living check to check. So for him, for her not to be his quote woman, his fiance, everything he said just didn't make sense to me. It was just him being a BAN, and he's used to probably women doing that for him, and he found one who put the brakes on his ass. So no, he's full of shit.
Listen, she hit them brakes. I think first of all, somebody said she probably didn't have it. I think she had it. We talking $20. I think she didn't want to. And I think women have been conditioned to do shit that they don't want to do a lot. And
yes,
I think she didn't want to. And she exercised her right to say, I'm not feeding you. I'm coming to your damn house. And you know what really got me is that nobody said, how come, wait, she come to your house, bro? We don't know how long the drive is. You ain't got nothing for that lady to eat. And when she got there, y'all, he left to get him something to eat. And his reason was he asked her because he didn't feel like getting up and leaving the house. You sound like a queen to me, sir. You sound like the woman. But let me pause. Desi, it says that your device is not connected.
And stop testing these women. Stop testing them. Stop doing these little BS tests.
Bingo.
If you have the money, you got a car, take your ass out there and get your own food, or call DoorDash. Call someone who's going to deliver. Forget that bullshit.
Thank you. Somebody's mama. What are your thoughts? And Journey to Jasmine, I'm going to spin the block on you. I know you wanted to say something else.
It was a hit and run.
Now.
Hold on. It was a hit and run. She was gonna stop by there on her way wherever else she was gonna go, but she was gonna stop by there first, and then he asked her to bring him something to eat. That was not the nature of their relationship.
Period.
But he told that lie that he said he was dealing with her. He didn't say. Then he tried to say it was his girlfriend, or it was not. That was not the nature of their relationship.
That was a straight up booty call.
Exactly.
I agree. First of all, how you get on the do-rag?
Yeah, if I gotta stop and buy you something to eat, then yeah, you gonna give me my money back because I hadn't planned on spending no money on you. This is not the nature of our relationship.
Period.
That part.
I love it.
That part.
That
is not the nature of our relationship. Exactly.
Jazzy,
I believe she told him that was not the nature of their relationship. That's why he got his ass up and went to go get him something to eat, because she drove over there. She used her gas, and she said she wasn't leaving until she was getting ready to go home. So he needed to go get himself something to eat. So he got up and got himself something to eat as God intended.
Look, to me, that was a little sassy. Give me something to eat because I don't feel like getting up. I would get you something to eat because you hungry, but when you put because I don't feel like leaving my okay, now you're not the queen. Now you're gonna have to give me a little bit more of a masculine reason. Like if we talking about masculine versus feminine, you see what I'm saying? Because women shouldn't be getting up and going outside after dark. Most men don't want their women out going through, what is it, daylight saving time? It's darker earlier. Desi, what are your
hmm
thoughts?
Well, can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you.
Good, good. Okay. So I sort of kind of understand where he's going, but his point kind of fell flat like the last dude said, in my opinion, because we don't even treat women the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't even give women the same equal treatment. So how could you expect a woman to do what you would do based off of your own word? We don't know you, right? We don't know what your relationship is, from my understanding. But I don't. I mean, I know women. My cousin specifically would do stuff like that for a guy. You know what I'm saying? But then I have to ask you, how many other women are you fucking with? You know what I'm saying? Excuse my
Come on.
language. How many other women are you wooing, or how many other women are you giving attention to? Because 9 times out of 10, that one woman that you're giving or that's giving you the attention is only talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we don't even treat women the same for us to be trying to expect the same type of treatment. So that's what I thought. So it's kind of, I don't know, it kind of didn't even seem right to me.
It
And one
sounded
more thing,
contrived.
huh?
It sounded contrived.
Yeah, like,
It,
but not all women are the same though. At the same time, I mean, there probably is some women that's going to go out there and run out and grab them some McDonald's or something. You know what I'm saying? But there's others that's going to put them in this place like the one woman did. So
yeah, and she did that. She said, "Listen, I don't mind, but I'm gonna need you to call it in and pay for it. Go ahead." First of all, you talking about $20. If you look at this man's page, this man ain't hurting for no women at all. That's very clear. I think she hurt your feelings. I think that was the first one that told you no. But let me pause. Deborah, what are your thoughts? And then Journey to Jasmine, you're up next. And we're going to go to Tira Tira and we're going to spin the block on the panel again.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome, Deborah.
Hi
Yes, we hear
there.
you.
Yeah. So I would have a little bit of Queen Sheba. What you just said, that's what I'm kind of picking up on. I think that his feelings got hurt because how dare she not
Mm-hmm.
bring me food? I think
Mm-hmm.
he's probably a little embarrassed. I think he's immature for running to the internet with this, to social media. That's very immature. I think he's a person that, or it could be that maybe he thinks he's being used. Like this is somebody that he's been spending on, spending time with, spending money on. And one time he asked her for something, she's not going to do it. So yeah, it seems to me that, that he's just upset because somebody turned him down. And how
Mm-hmm.
dare he think that because, right, name a list of things that he's done. I don't know if he's done all those things for her,
I don't
but
think
I'm
he
assuming
has.
well, even if he had, so what? So what? You fly people places. You want them to come see you. I'm not paying to come see you. Especially if we're not in a committed relationship. I'm not doing that. So you don't get kudos or cookies for holding my door open. If you don't, I'm not going out with you. You had one time to not treat me like a lady, and I'm not going to go out with you again. So I don't even know what his whole point was. Was he just bored on a Saturday and just wanted to come on social media to talk nonsense?
I
You
think he
know?
was pussy trolling. I think he was pussy trolling. He could
Yeah,
have
yeah.
been. Yes.
Everything he said didn't even make sense. I don't even believe him. I don't. I'm sorry. I may be the only one that doesn't believe him. Like, I don't believe his story. I think he just wanted to present a question, and get people talking about things and bring attention to himself. That's what I
Exactly.
think. Yeah,
Journey
yeah,
to
his
Jasmine.
story didn't make sense.
what happened
I'm riding with
according
you,
to
Deborah. I'm riding with you on this one.
Yeah. But anyway, I said what I said. Am I supposed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to wish everybody a happy new year, and I'm going to drop down now so somebody else can talk.
All right.
All
Happy New Year.
right.
We
All right.
appreciate it. We
Thanks.
love
All
you.
right.
Journey to
All right.
Jasmine, I
Love you
know you
too.
wanted to
Bye
double
bye.
down. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Somebody's trying to get in there. Somebody was saying something. I'm sorry. Journey to Jasmine. You up? All right, let's go to
Sorry. Sorry, I
okay.
was handling business at the airport. I'll make this really quick. I'm glad
Talk
that
a
you
little bit
played
louder
the.
though.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that you replayed the video because it gave a whole lot more context. First of all, have y'all ever seen that meme where it's like, if you want to pay $900 for a $20 meal, DoorDash or Uber Eats, and the whole premise behind that is you're paying for a premium. He wants that woman to bring him a meal, but he doesn't want to pay the premium. He doesn't even want to pay for the meal. And he was like, "Oh, you should do it out the kindness of your heart." Well, she wanted to do it out the kindness of her heart. She probably would have just asked him, "Was he hungry?" Not him asking her to go pick something up. If you want her to go pick something up, just pay for it. Like I don't like his energy. It's very BAN, and not to be like this, but I can always tell when a man like either had a BAN as a father or didn't have a male figure or a father in his life at all. And he's definitely in that category. So that's all I got to say on that.
All right. She's standing on
I
business.
said what I said.
And she said what she said. Tara, welcome to the stage. What you standing on when it comes to this video?
Hi, everyone. One thing that I kind of picked up on the video, he mentioned something in the aspect that she mentioned if she was to buy the meal that she would be in her masculinity. So apparently what I picked up was they had some type of struggle between what a man responsibility is and what a woman responsibility is. And perhaps he was kind of like trying to show her, see, I'm a man. I open doors, I do this, I do that. But also a man also is a provider. So she decided that she was not gonna put herself in a position where she would do this one time and this will become something that he will want another time and another time and another time. So if he a man and he's standing in his masculinity, because apparently, like I said, they had to have some type of issue that they discuss. Okay, oh, you being too masculine. Oh no, you supposed to let me do this. Oh, this is what a man's supposed to do. So be a man and pay for your money. Cash at me up or something. And I'm standing on what I said, and I said what I said.
Period. Thank you for coming up, Tara. Tara, we appreciate it. Cheryl Howard, welcome to the stage, Queen. What are
Hey,
your thoughts?
Queen. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey. Hi, panel. You know what? Listen, do that man look like he's starving for a meal? Look at him in the car. He looked like he probably 10 times, he weighed 10 times more than she do. Let's do what we got to do, and you go your way and I go my way to the next time. Don't test me, because that's what it looked to me like he was trying to test her.
Yep.
To see how far he can get. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, this mofo is not starving for no meal. I mean, that's a big dude. So, buy your own food before I get there. You know you was hungry. Why you didn't order something before I got there?
Period.
I came over here to do what I got to do. We do what we got to do, and you go your way and I go mine. And, and that's what I say too. I mean, I'm not going off topic, but if you look at Melody Cherie Rogers, you see all the stuff this lady's been through, and because she got self-esteem, self-love, and self-worth, is why she was able to walk away unscathed. And I think more women should think about their self-worth and their self-love for themselves. Never let a man test you. I would tell him, you should have ate before I got there. That's not my problem. Period. You gotta have some self-worth and self-love, and don't let these men play these little reverse psychology games on you, because that's what they're good at doing, playing games. And then when he did that, I said, now you want to play games, so maybe it's best that I don't even come, because you want to play games with who buys the food first. As far as you holding the door, if you was raised right, that's what you're supposed to do as a man, is hold the door for a woman and be respectful. That's what you're supposed to do. So
that's right.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, Queen.
Well, we appreciate you coming up and standing on business and just pouring out that wisdom in the palace. Miss Debbie poses a really good question. She said, why didn't he order Uber for himself? That's a hell of a question, Miss Debbie.
Right. Why
How come that? I don't know. Daryl, men, Diego, somebody tell me. Is there a reason?
I think that he's a top tier bandit. What is given me is a man who felt entitled to get whatever he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even think about her at all. And his video, if Queen wanted to replay it, I don't hear anything about what she wanted. I don't hear how he was trying to make the situation more. I think Queen would use the word palatable, right, for them both. but he seemed to be very, very, very selfish. He seemed to be thinking about himself, and he didn't get the desired outcome because he was thinking about himself. And I would just say again, he's talking about $20. Some of us can't even go out and eat with our spouses or our significant others for $20. That's really no money. And I'm almost willing to bet that he was still expecting sex at the end of the day.
Hell yeah, for a
So
2 piece and a pepper. Yes. But go ahead.
exactly. And I think that's the problem that men have today is we believe, and I say us men, we are creating an environment, a culture where we're telling other men, especially because he did it online on TikTok or whatever platform he chooses to use, we're spreading propaganda that it's okay to get the most precious part of a woman for chicken tenders and some fries.
Come
And
on.
that's why a lot of other young men, particularly African American young men, are finding themselves unhappy, without love, and no relationship because they see $20 as too much to spend on a woman, while at the same time having a mindset of entitlement to her body without marriage, without commitment. I mean,
Speak it,
it's low
King.
key, it's
Speak it.
laughable. It's very
Damn.
laughable.
Listen, I can't argue with that. I think we all agree with you, Daryl. And Terrell Singer, he piled on. He said he just wanted to test her to see if she would do it, just to see how much he could use her. Ladies, it start with $20. Next week I need 200. And then I need this and I need that. To me, he just gives, I'm not saying, I don't know, like, I feel like Cap. I feel like he kind of, first of all, I feel like he's conditioning now any woman that comes into his environment. You didn't see me on TikTok. You didn't see me on Instagram. They gonna be pouring food. He ain't gonna have to ask for shit because they gonna be, don't nobody want him to go viral on them now if they go on a date. You see how pimping ain't easy. You see what I'm saying? You see, now he's conditioning anybody that has watched that, especially if you're a pick me, he done already groomed you. When you come over here, go ahead and get that food. And then I'm gonna need you to bust it wide open while you at it. Now you see, ladies, now you become the man in a relationship because you providing for him. You protecting him from leaving the house so he don't have to come out of his fluffy robe and his slippers. And you gonna make sure he's soft and warm and cuddly while you're out hunting for the food. What are your thoughts, Lala?
Okay, Queen. Hi, Cheryl. How are you, honey?
How you doing, sweetie?
Good, thank you. So Queen, this man has okay. I'm calming myself down because rewatching that really got me. It's testing me. But one thing I gotta say is this guy messed around and found out because he got triggered. When I rewatched this video, he got triggered by her saying masculinity, talking about that. So that triggered him because he's trying to test her and she turned it around on him. So he got triggered by that word and came on social media to blast her. And any man, please, ladies, pay attention to what men say, but pay attention to what they're not saying. Any man that has to list things that he does for you, he feels some type of way of doing it anyway. Because you don't
Speak,
list,
sis.
women don't list what we do for men. And I'm a single woman. I don't do nothing for no man. I'm not raised like that. But I know I'm around women that are married, that are in relationships. They don't list what they do for men.
No.
But the minute a guy says to list the things he does for you, opening car door, excuse me, that's what a gentleman does. That's what you're supposed to do when you take a woman out. You're showing her what type of guy you are and how you was raised. Number one. Two, he goes, I didn't feel some type of way. I went there and I went and got my own food. Excuse me, if you didn't feel some type of way, why are you on social media talking about a $20 meal? You
Thank
felt
you.
some type of way that this woman put you in your place and you didn't like it. And if she came over to your place and you left her to go get your own meal, throwing a tantrum at your grown ass age, for what? All of that for what? Because you tested her to see if she's going to buy you a meal. You grown ass man that don't have no food in your house. What does that say about you? What does that say about your finances? So how he trying to make it out like she's some kind of broke ass chick that don't want to pay for a $20 meal. But what does this say about you and your finances that you're in a house with no food? Now, who's broke?
You
Now, who's
bruh.
trifling? Her or him? And this is what I'm saying. Pay attention to what people are not saying. They're speaking a lot of gibberish, but underneath that gibberish is the truth. Any man that comes on social media to blast you over $20 and says lists the things that he does for you is a ban, in my opinion. He is pathetic. He is a lowlife. And I'm so sorry. We need to dead these type of men. We need them gone. Gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said
Well,
what I said.
damn. Damn. And she said what she said all the way from London, England. London, England is in the palace. Listen, I want to go back to a comment. The review hour, you up next, and then y'all just jump in if y'all want to get on this train, on this gravy train. But hold on, I saw a comment somewhere. I started. And listen, for those of you that sent super chats, I really want to thank you and let you know I appreciate you. When I logged out to come back in to refresh, it what happened is it removed my super chats. So I can't see them anymore. But I just want to tell you we appreciate you. And I thank you for all of your donations. Melvin Elevant says the problem is men and women are giving too much husband/wife benefits without marriage. Let's pause on that. Women shouldn't be doing wife stuff, and men shouldn't provide for women they aren't married to, period. I'm rolling with it. I think it's fair.
I
I
agree.
have no problem with it. Sugar, that's you that said you agree?
Yes, I
Go ahead.
agree. 'Cause
I
Okay.
agree also.
I feel he should have. I feel men should lead by their desired outcome. I believe in courting a female. I don't believe what y'all say, buying the why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free or whatever. So the things is, I think we're in a culture of misinterpretation of roles, and this doesn't have to be a man or a female thing. This just have to be like how we're wired. It's different, and we keep ignoring that. It's just biologically different. And for the female, my thing is once I can speak for myself because I'm a female and I'm a Black female and I have a Black experience. So once we are female, we were gifted by God, the creator, the almighty, to give life. So that distinguishes us right there. So how dare you disrespect a life giver? I'm not saying men do create it, but we are ordained to give it. So that's why I don't understand why we don't value ourselves, but it does go into the family breakdown. It goes into self-image, self-identity. And that I think we're seeing the symptoms of, my dear. And I said what I said.
Oh, Simp God, you want to add Paolon 30 seconds or less before I go to the review hour as a man?
No, definitely. So what I wanted to say was this. I want to ask the laser question actually, because let's say if this man did have sex with her after his $20 fiasco and he did not marry her, based on what Black men are saying today about the standards that they are setting, they're saying that women who have sex with men who did not marry them, they are basically unmarriageable. They're for the streets. But then we're seeing Black men participate in that same culture, creating those same unhonorable women in their own words. Isn't it hypocrisy? Or women, could you ladies speak to that, to the mindset of a man who would promote this culture while at the same time participate in degrading the women that they claim that they want to uphold for marriage? I get very confused by that as a man who's been in this space for a long time.
Because they're liars.
It's by design.
They're liars. They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it, and they want you to be whatever they want you to be when they want you to be, and it's not how things work, but that's what they want.
All right.
And a lot of times also, once a man lay the pipe down, some of them, I can't speak for all. There's some good men out here, including the guy that just spoke. So, but a lot of men figure once they lay the pipe down and it's real good and they got your nose open, then you'll do whatever they ask. Because the pipe is good, he done laid it down, he done knocked your back out. So now he got you open now. And a lot of people fall for that. They say, oh, the pipe was good, it was good, and this, that, and the third. I don't want to lose him. So I'm going to do whatever I got to do to keep him. And that's just not how you As a woman, you never let a man put you in that position, because ain't nobody pipe that good. I don't care if talk, walk. I don't care if you do the moonwalk. Ain't nothing. Okay? And I said what I said.
And also, can we go back to the fact that before, like sex
Hold
before
on now. I
marriage?
might have to pause if he moonwalking over here. Hold on. Hold on. Speak for yourself.
That's a
You
trick.
just like
That's
the
a
trip
trick.
to Walmart.
I'm just saying.
Oh Lord, hold on. Kimmy J says if she left the comfort of her queendom to come to his domain and he didn't have a refreshing beverage and tapas waiting for her arrival, her comfort is not on his mind. You damn right. You see what I'm saying? He didn't even have a bag of popcorn popped.
Right.
The review hour. Welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts, Miss Debbie? You are up next.
Hey, Queen and the Palace. Good
Hey.
morning, and Happy New Year. I was listening, and one thing that I've realized, broke people shouldn't date. Broke people should not date. And a lot
Amen. Amen.
of don't believe that. A lot of people won't understand it. And everybody's definition of being broke is different.
Mhm.
My definition of being broke is, in this case, this scenario, if you cannot buy a jar of peanut butter and a box of Ritz crackers to fix yourself a meal, to make sure that you're not hungry, to make sure that you don't have to ask someone that you're interested in to buy you something to eat, then you're broke. The woman on the other end, she has to recognize that. And it just doesn't go for the male. It goes for the female too. If you cannot buy I'm just going to say a pack of bologna with a loaf of bread to make sure that you're not hungry and that you don't have to depend on a man to fill your stomach, then you're broke and you should not be dating. You need to do all the concentrating on you and how you're going to get out of that situation. Vice versa for a male. If you're broke and you're dating, I don't even see how you can have intimate relations. And speaking for myself, if you're broke, like according to my definition, I can't even feel good in that manner. I don't understand how a person can do that and be broke to that extent until you have to ask somebody to bring you something to eat. You don't even have a jar of peanut butter in your cabinet.
Come on.
That's sad. But a lot of women and a lot of men, but more women though than more so than men, they're dating men like that. They are letting them eat their food out of their kitchen. And if they receive government assistance, food stamps, because I've seen it, they take their stamps and buy food and fix them dinner with not asking for nothing in return. So I think that going into 2024, women and men, but since we're talking about this scenario, women need to understand if somebody is broke to that extent, then they should not be dating. And you should not be dating them until they get on their feet. It's not your job to get them on their feet.
Okay.
And versa. And I said what I said.
And she said what she said very kindly and very nicely. See, we know how to be as sharp as serpents and as gentle as doves over here, and we still stand on business as women. So I really appreciate the men that are not afraid to come up and stand around very highly intellectual, wise women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're not shaming women for being smart and witty over here. I wish that old girl would have left. See, when a nigga leave you in his house to go get food, he chastising you like an adult for not doing what I told you to do. I wish she would have got up and left his ass. You see what I'm saying? Because he could have DoorDashed or Uber Eated some food where you didn't have to leave. And I could have stopped and got us a nice bottle of champagne or wine. But me, I don't like the reason he gave her. He didn't say, baby, can you give me something? I'm hungry. I've been working all week. I forgot to hit the grocery store. He said, can you get me something? Because I don't want to leave my home. Okay, sassy. Miss Debbie, what are your thoughts?
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Queen and panel. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Good
Miss
morning,
Debbie.
Debbie.
It seemed like to me This man been doing this with a lot of women. As you said, this is a situationship, not a committed relationship. So he how many dinners he been getting from other women? So he used to this type of thing. And when she said no, he put her in another pile. He been getting free meals all the time, all the week. I never would have left my house to go to his house. And he wouldn't even have to worry about telling me bring no food because I told him, okay, I'm on my way. He never would have saw me. You know,
Yeah, Debbie.
You would have did him like Miss Debbie. You would have did him dirty like that.
I ain't even showing up.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Aunt Debbie. I love her.
I done got off work and I made it home to my queen and Manisha to my come over there to bring you something to eat. And then I got my furry slippers on and I'm cool at home. Okay, I'll be right there. I'm coming now. I'm on my way. I ain't never would have got no meal or nothing else. I ain't got time for that.
God.
He should have, if he was hungry, he should have cooked something in his kitchen and fed himself. Or when he got off work, he should have got him something and went on home with it. You know, I figure like this. This man using this woman and he want dinner. He wants you to bring dinner. Then he wants you to give him some sex too. I ain't finna do none of that. I'm staying at home. You is not my man. We not committed. I don't care about you opening no door for me. That's the things you do. That don't cost nothing. What that mean? That don't get you no brownie points. You know, and like you say, it's 20 this week, 200 next week. My cotton needs fixed this, fixed. Then he wants some help on the rent. He wants some us. Before we get that far, we ain't even gonna go there.
Go ahead, Aunt Debbie. Go ahead, Aunt Debbie.
And I said what I said, and I'm not gonna take it back. I'm standing on that business.
Oh my God. Listen, Miss Debbie, listen, we got other channels that are tuning in. They not used to Miss Debbie, they not used to you put the depth. See, they not used to that wisdom that you bring. Miss Debbie do not play. She spits fire, baby, like a rap, like a bar on a rap song. Listen.
Queen Sheba.
Yeah, sugar.
What if it's like Miss Debbie said, what if she didn't come and he got his arse in the car and was pissed off because he had what are those eye patches under his eyes and a do-rag on? What if he was in the middle of being pissed off and went live?
You know what? She probably turned around.
Mm-hmm. Because he went to get his food.
That live could have been in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you be in your feelings in the moment, y'all? And you go live, you post some shit on social media. That could have been an in a moment live.
Well, I'm glad that she stayed home, if that's the case.
Queen Sheba, can I ask you a question? Did you see that video about with the girl in the cheesecake? The man that wanted to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Did you see that video? Well, he wanted to take her to the Cheesecake Factory, and she thought that was a shabby.
She thought it was a bad date. I can go get the video if you like, Queen. Just let me know.
And she wanted to go to a 6-figure play, like a 5-figure restaurant or whatever the case might be.
Okay.
And people was online dragging her, and I felt like that's what I'm talking about. I mean, this is your first date, and you want him to take you to a 5-star restaurant, and he was taking her to the Cheese Factory, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, she had a problem with it. What do you think about that? Do you think on the first date, a man should take you to a 5-star restaurant?
You know what? I'm a smart woman. Let me pass it out to the panel. Hold on, Cheryl Howard. Cheryl.
I'm just saying. For the first
I ain't
date.
walking into that. What is that? Landmine. Hold on. I'm gonna give you my answer at the end. Cheryl Howard, what are your thoughts? First date at the Cheesecake Factory. You going or not?
Yeah, that's the Cheesecake Factory. This is your first date. You can't expect a man to take you to a 5-star restaurant on the first date and spend all that money on the first date. And
okay,
I don't know. That's just me.
Let me ask Miss Debbie. First date, Cheesecake Factory. You going
I
or
like
not?
Cheesecake Factory.
Miss Debbie, you going?
Yeah, I would go if I like you.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm not going nowhere with you. Some people get to the restaurant and they get and change their mind and all that old crazy stuff. But I like Cheesecake Factory. You know, I went there for my birthday. I
Yeah,
don't
I
see
love
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong
And
with
if that's what his pocket called for, and that he's nice enough to take me out, I would go. I
that. Yeah,
wouldn't feel no type of way about it.
he disrespected him, and he turned the car around and took her back home.
All right. Journey to Jasmine, Cheesecake Factory. Keep it real. You going or not?
I love it.
Journey to Jasmine, Cheesecake Factory. You rolling? He picking you up? You going? Journey's on mute. Simone Wealthy, you going?
Oh yeah, I'm going. Especially if if everything's cool, I like them. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory is a nice
He
restaurant.
was a nice guy too, very nice guy.
Okay. Somebody's mama, you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, whether I want a second date or not, I'm gonna go on that first date. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going.
shit. Hold on. Y'all got me. Ooh, Lala, you going? Cheesecake Factory.
We don't have Cheesecake Factory here, but I've been one in the US. No, I'm not going. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, ladies.
I'm sorry, I ain't going.
That's just not me. I think you have to date within your caliber and
Okay.
date within your standards. So for me, Cheesecake Factory is I don't date anyway, but Cheesecake Factory, no, not for me. I don't want to go somewhere that I can take myself. If we're going on a date, you have to plan a date and you have to plan something that I've not been before, like,
But
check
then
my taste buds
but
out. Like that's
Delilah,
just not
she was 2
sorry.
hours late. She was 2 hours late getting to the date. He waited for her for 2 hours. She was also 2 hours late getting to the date, to the first date. So she was
Yeah,
doing
but
little shiny shit.
but Cheryl, that's
Yeah,
her. That
yeah. I
she's
understand. I
unorganized.
understand.
You know what I mean? She's
Uh-huh.
setting the bar for what type of woman she is. And if he did continue to date her, he knows she's a late bird. But me, I'm not. I'm very
Yeah,
organized
I
with my time
understand.
and stuff. I'm not a late bird. But me
Right.
personally, I always say to people, date within your caliber. Like if you are okay with a guy taking you to Cheesecake Factory as a first date, cool, date him. That's okay.
Right.
But me, no.
Okay. All right. Hold on real quick, Lala. Somebody posed the question for you. And I just want you, if you can answer this very briefly. I think this is for you,
Okay.
Lala.
Okay.
They want to know, it's just the first date. Why would you not go? Can you briefly just kind of
Okay, for me, Queen, you know this. Anyone that's in the palace knows I don't date. Like I'm a Muslim woman, so we don't date. Men come. If I'm talking to somebody, they'll come and ask to take me out, or my brother or my cousin, someone, a male person would come on a date, right? Me personally, just for me, I'm not about Cheesecake Factory. It's not to my taste buds. So I personally wouldn't go there. If you're taking me out on a date, like I said, you have to take me somewhere I've not been before. Like you have to, like getting to know me, you would know what type of foods I like. Maybe take me to a nice Thai restaurant if I told you I like Thai food, or take me to Indian restaurant if you know that I like Indian restaurant. I don't want to go somewhere that I've already been by myself and I've done it before. Like I want to know a man's actually paying attention to what I'm saying. And first dates for me personally sets the standards for what's to come. So if I set a standard with you that I'm okay for Cheesecake Factory, what's next? Applebee's? I'm sorry, no.
Wait a minute. It's the way you said it. It's the way
I'm
you
sorry.
said it.
I just thought it a bit shady, but it's no shade. No shade here.
It's the way you said it.
No
Yeah,
two
I know.
You said what's next? Applebee's.
Sorry.
It's the way you said it, Lala. But look, Daryl, I want to know, as a man, you've been talking to her for a little bit. Y'all decide, okay, we finna shift this thing. She said, Daryl, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you out. Let me treat you. I see you on the internet and stuff on YouTube, and I really like you, Daryl. And can I take you to the Cheesecake Factory? You going or not?
Under those circumstances, I definitely would go because and I will offer to pay too, but yeah, why not?
Okay. Men are so simple. You see how he gets straight to the point? Yeah.
Brother. Let me stop. Just kidding.
Okay. But Lala, Daryl, they rhyme for you in the chat. Daryl, that was really nice, Daryl. The
Yes,
palace,
Of course.
palace
such
do
a
not.
gentleman.
Yeah,
Daryl
don't it
is
depends?
very, he's so lovely. He
I'm
is so
telling you,
lovely and straight to the point.
telling you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
I'm paying, so what's the problem? Your first date? I don't know.
Sugar, you going to the Cheesecake Factory if a guy asks you out. But let me say this real quick. Lala, you gave me a different perspective.
Right.
You
I respect
said
it.
if he's talking to me and getting to know me, and I told you I love Thai food, and your first idea is to go to the Cheesecake Factory opposed to a Thai restaurant, what are we doing? Sugar, you going to the Cheesecake Factory or not?
I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna ride with Lala. Just a different perspective. In the beginning, when you courting me, I'm very direct. I let you know what I like, what I dislike. So, perfect example. At one point in time, when I was in my 20s, I really loved Joe. Joe, the singer. You know, I can't sing, but Joe. Really loved that album that he came out. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And the first date of the guy that I was dating, which I guess he's my daughter's father now, but that I was dating, what he did was he got the tickets, and then at my job, he showed up with all of these roses, and he coordinated with my best friend to see what I like to wear, and I and surprised me, and I went to get dressed and everything like that. So to me, that means like you're listening to me. You listening to what I like as I do the same. So it depends. If you ask me like what type of restaurants you like and stuff like that, and I'm communicating that to you, and then you decide to go on a date, then you take me somewhere that I'm not interested in. So no, I'm not interested in going to Cheesecake Factory.
Listen, half black man struggled so long that they feel like any crumb that they throw at a black woman, she should be like a starving dog, just lap it up.
Mhm.
You got to have
Absolutely.
whatever.
That's how. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead, jump in.
No, absolutely, Queen. I apologize for interrupting you, but that's the culture that the men are creating today. And it's not that they're struggling so bad, but they really want to get top tier quality women for a bargain, right? I think about it like this. Ebony K. Williams, who is now the Honorable Judge Ebony K. Williams, she made it clear with the bus driver statements, I think last year or earlier this year, and it still didn't make black men go out and start applying for more bus driver applications, right? They're going to tell women, no matter how educated you are, no matter how in shape you are, no matter how beautiful you are, that you deserve the bare minimum, especially if you're beyond the age of 30 and happen to have a child. That's what they're saying today. So they feel like if they spend $1 or any amount of money on you, they are entitled to sex. They are entitled to your time. And some of them even feel like they can take dictatorship over you and call that leadership and call that them trying to protect you and lead you, when really it's them using you, controlling you, and basically getting whatever naturally you bring to the table, which is your femininity, your body, your mind, and sometimes with some women, your problem solving skills and how you actually add to his business, et cetera, et cetera. They want those things for as cheap as possible. That's just how they work today. They're not willing to pay the value that you present. They're going to tell you guys to humble yourselves and get what I put out there for you.
And what are we measuring that by? See, the thing is, we can't evaluate what we can't measure. So what do you think the men is measuring this? Because it seems like it's no meaning in these relationships,
Hold that thought, Sugar, because after the reading book goes, I'm gonna flip it, and you may answer your own question. Hold that thought and remind me if I forget, okay? Sugar.
Okay.
Okay. The reading book. You're up next, and then I'm going to put something on the table for Sugar. Reading book. Welcome.
Yes. Hello. I just
Hello.
would say that
Hello.
women and men are different in this age. And I'm a 56-year-old woman. And so I'm looking at it from a different perspective. My son, which is 26, he's looking at a different perspective. He was dating a girl, and what happened was she asked him to get her hair done, and he was like, "Mom, I'm not gonna do that." And I said, when I was growing up, when I was dating, guys would do that. So I don't know. So I would go to the Cheesecake Factory with a guy on the first date. I don't see anything wrong with that.
And that's fair. I appreciate your honesty. I think a lot of the panel said they wouldn't have a problem with it. I love what Miss Debbie said. I might not go anywhere with you. But look, so we've been on the guys for a minute. What are we failing to do in our daughters? Because we talk about what the men are measuring, right? That's a great question that Sugar put out. Y'all, what are we teaching? What areas are we failing as women to instill into young Black girls or young girls of color when they grow up to say, if this man have been conditioning women to bring him food, what are we doing that our daughters feel like they got to do that shit? Where are we dropping the ball? Why are our daughters out there performing like circus clowns to get a man?
It's part of the self-worth. Where are we instilling self-worth? What I'm saying is you change the identity, you change the person. It's what they identify with. You know, like what y'all say, this, excuse my French, whole culture. Yeah, when that came about, I had a whole lot to say to my kids about what was going on with that. But so if you are pushing the influence of that type of culture, I'm talking about with the young people, you have to understand these young people gonna grow up and be, middle-aged people, and they're gonna have kids. So if you pumping that culture, then whole culture is not self-worth. You're diminishing the identity of, and a lot of people are falling victim to it, but think they're not. You see a whole bunch of mental illness on the internet. Like, a lot of people are not stable in their mind, and everything is a state of mind. So what could we do better with our daughters, and rearing them the right way? Even though you can say, yes, this is what's being promoted. This is the influence out here. This is that, this is this. But then you're the one, like, I build my daughters up and they have self-confidence, which leads to self-worth. So how could we re-educate when the self-worth has been lost? How could we as women instill that self-confidence back in our community of women?
Okay, this is for the panel, and I want you all to think, we're about to wrap up. I want you all to think about this. When it comes to the whole culture, how did what we seeing now, where did they get who taught them to hold them? The hold down, I'm sorry. Is it the new moms? Did they see their moms hoeing in the house? They learned it from somewhere. I don't know. I'm really, what am I doing? I'm playing devil's advocate. Are women no longer using discretion in their home? And are these girls picking up promiscuity, just that sensualized, sexual stuff from their moms? Are the mothers responsible? Have the mothers today directly influenced what we're seeing now on the internet, and women and young girls needing nothing more than a 2-piece and a pepper to lay it down all night for a man? Miss Debbie, what are your thoughts? We're going to ring around the room. We're going to wrap it. Oh, that's what we do over here. They learned it somewhere. I told y'all go ahead, Miss Debbie.
Now, I told y'all about that 2-piece chicken. Now here they come with 2 pieces of chicken. Give you one. Be bad with the men.
Get it all night.
Oh man. My daughter's in their 40s, and they single women. They work, so they kind of like me. And I didn't be bothered because I remember riding with my daughter, and some guy she was dating asked her for $10 for lunch or something. And she got an attitude, and she told him she was gonna send it, but I don't think she did, because that whole day we was out shopping, and she took me to the grocery store. I never seen her send him nothing. And by the time we got through, the stores was closed and lunch was over. It was dinner time. And I know her. I know more. She ain't called him no more in life. So that's some, kids see how their mother handle things, and my kids, they know me. They know I'm funny, I'm witty, I'm not finna put up with no bullshit because I don't have to. I'm at the age where I'm not gonna take none. So, they kind of like their mom. They ain't be bothered with that. They work and take care of themselves, and they not trying to get their money to no man.
Right.
Because in my house, I frowned upon that because it makes a man lazy and it shows him that you weak and he can use you for whatever he want to, and you don't want to give that man that impression. So, um, um, kid, young women learn from their moms first of all. Then they listen at their friends too. Don't listen at your friends, especially when she talking crazy. I'm like this here. I ain't giving you nothing. I'm not cooking no dinners. I'm not no chef. I'm not no maid. I'm not no nurse. And I'm not the doctor. And I don't counsel. Go home with your problems and your issues and deal with them because I don't want to be the one.
Period. I love it. I love it.
Goodness.
Thank you for sharing, Aunt Debbie. The reading book. What are your thoughts? No, Simone Wealthy. I'm sorry. Simone Wealthy, you're up next.
I think it's a combination of everything. I think it's mother, fathers. I think it's what we're allowing our children to look at on TV. This millennial culture has grown up on love and hip hop, so they think everything relationship wise should be, that ghetto just stripper mentality, whole mentality relationship. So I think it's a combination of all of it. We shouldn't allow them to see certain things without explaining the realness of some of those relationships. First of all, it's fake. First of all, it's demeaning to a lot of women. I think it's a combination of all of it. But it's going back to the mother, father, in-home household relationships. Yeah, could they have seen their mother doing some of that? Sure. Their father, treating their mother a certain sort of way. Sure. I mean, we have to put blame on someone. I think it's just a totality of all of that. It's a lot of things, but obviously it starts at home. So
All right. Thank you, Queen. Daryl, what are your thoughts?
Me, I think whole culture and these different things are always the problem of men. Look no further than rap culture, the things that we promote, the people that we promote within different cultures, whether it's film or music. I had a conversation the other day about Taraji P. Henson because everything that she's doing recently with The Color Purple, et cetera, et cetera. And the men were saying she was a horrible actress. Her only role that she's only notable for is Jodie. Sorry, not Jodie, Yvette in the Baby Boy film, because that's the kind of culture that we pedestalize.
She did a good job in Benjamin Button. I don't know what they talking about.
She
And
did a good job
Cookie.
in there, and Cookie, and Hidden Figures, where she correct. But because they focus on those type of stories, ghetto stories, hood stories, that's all they see themselves as, and that's all they like to see Black women as. It's easier to promote whole culture instead of saying that Black women are out here getting degrees more than Black men, because that put us on the back burner, and it put Black men in a situation where we don't look masculine or dominating, right? Where our own women are creating more businesses than us and getting more degrees, and unfortunately raising the children, because we know that stat, right? But when it comes to whole culture specifically, men literally create it. You can go to any college campus right now. None of those Black men are going to parties looking for wives. After they graduate, they're not going out to clubs with their friends looking for wives. Most of them, not all, most are looking for women to dominate. It's just that simple. Sexually dominate, or whatever their vices are. And then they have sex with those women, and then they will come on a podcast and say that if a woman has any bodies, that she's unworthy for marriage. But then more than likely, if they ever fall in love with somebody, it'd be a woman who's not a virgin, at a certain age, has a child, right? So there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to the whole culture. But undoubtedly, to answer your question, men create it, men foster it, men continue it to go. Go to any strip club and tell me any difference. You'll see a lot of men there with a lot of money.
All right. That's fair. Let's go to hold on real quick. Let's go to Lala. And then Sugar, you're next.
Okay. I agree with Daryl. I think it's not about the home. I think it's about society. Society has evolved and changed, and not sadly not for the better. So when you have kids in high school, and they're seeing things like the hoe culture be so mass produced in terms of TV, in terms of the internet, in terms of social media, wherever you go, there's women are so overly sexualized. And their worth, if you look at it, they're trying to put the worth of a woman about her sexuality, about the way she dresses, the way she carries herself, how many men she slept with, how many, there's so many things around it. So there's so many contributing factors for me, not to just say it's based on the home where she came from, it's based on the society she with. But the training does start at home. So that's in that aspect, it is true in some ways. The training starts at home. So what people need to do with their children, because Allah Rahman, my father, before he passed away, when we were younger, it's normally the mother that gives you the birds and the bees story, right? It wasn't my mother, it was my father. And he told me, as a woman and as a Muslim woman, you need to respect yourself, respect what you have within you and what you carry. And he made it, known, like sex before marriage is not allowed within your religion. He made it known that there's only one thing a man wants from you, and that is sex, unless he marries you. No man would ask that of you unless they're married. Like, you have to tell your kids, whatever religion you believe in, you have to show them the way forward with their religion, the way forward to respecting themselves. So the home training starts at home. But when they go in that society, the way they hold themselves starts with the training from home, and then they can know how to know right from wrong. But when they're in high school and they're seeing the society of, wearing lesser clothes makes you sexier, talking to 5 different guys makes you better. It's not. It's because society changed. The society values changed. And this whole culture was started by men, and it's continued by men. Not all men, just the weirdos. So that's the issue that we have at the moment. It's the society's changed.
I agree. It's a little bit of both, but I
And it's
think,
really hard to raise daughters and it's hard.
yeah, I agree.
Sorry,
For
carry
those
on,
of you
Queen.
that, no, that's okay. For those of you that have nieces, y'all, daughters, cousins, even if you don't have them biologically, you got to start pouring into them and reaffirming that you don't have to do that when it comes to your body. Don't assume that they know this. I don't care if they're 13 and they're going to the movie theater. Start having these conversations before they walk out the door, right? Before a boy comes into the picture. Affirm who they are. Let's go to Sugar.
Yes, I believe that's where it starts. Parents, we are the first teachers of our children. And to be parents, you don't have to be a mother or a father. You could be an aunt, you know what I mean? Grandma is who's parenting the child. So I do think that it starts there, and then we're the ones that have to explain, society and influences and danger or harm. We have to explain this to our children. They don't automatically come out knowing. I do agree that society plays a big part in one's circumstance, but I do also believe that we're all intelligent beings, and every one of us is going to come to that path and that road where we have to make a decision what is right for us and what is not. So my question is, do people care about how they show up in the world? Because how you show up is how people perceive you. So if you're not really caring about that and you out here being loose lips, or whatever.
I don't think they care. Go
I
ahead.
don't either. So that's why I'm asking you, Sheba. So just deeply, what is the root? I challenge, we could talk about all this, we can't, and it matters, but what is the root? And the reason, okay.
Yeah, I'm not raising
I'm gonna say the home. I'm gonna keep taking it back to the home, because however they step out in the world is a reflection of that home environment.
I agree.
What is and what ain't going on in that house.
Facts.
Did you, Sugar? I don't want to stop you if you were still going.
No, that's it. I was just wrapping it up. I do agree that it does start in the home, and I'm just trying to come up with something so us as women, because I feel the energy out and the love all in the chat and through you, Queen Sheba. It's time for some re-education.
It is. It is.
I
We
mean,
gotta
that's what we can give
we
back
gotta
because
reel these girls in.
right, because we can't, we can say with this and this and this and that, but we need to structure something where I know in my heart is women or young ladies out there that your panel or your information or a lot of people wisdom could help. And I just don't think we have a lot of platforms that or a lot of content towards that. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for letting me speak, guys.
No problem. You're welcome. Somebody's mama. What are your final thoughts?
I'm not raising any hoes. I'm
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really serious. I'm not raising my girls to be that way. I'm not. I'm not raising my son to be that way.
Oh, child.
We're not. No, ma'am. You don't see me laying out. You don't see me acting that way. I don't expect you to act that way. They'll say, "Well, you see such and such and such." I say, "Yeah, that's what they do. We do not do that." And I let it be known that there are certain things that you don't do. Now, they don't dress that way. They don't carry themselves that way. And they don't expect me to carry myself that way. They're being raised by their mom and their dad. They're being raised to be self-sufficient. We're not raising any hoes over here.
And she said,
I said what the hell I said.
period. Amen. Cheryl Howard. So what are your final thoughts when it comes to the phenomenon of overly sexualized production when it comes to young Black girls, ranging from adolescence all the way up to 40s, this sexualized behavior? Does the bulk of the responsibility go back to the mother in the home? What are your thoughts, real quick, Cheryl?
Yes, at times. Yes, of course. It's how you raise your daughters, how you your upbringing. I'm not going off topic, but this is a prime example. Look at Coleslaw. Prime example.
Oh,
She look how she was raised. Look how her upbringing was, which is why she's the way she is. It's the upbringing in the home. As the mother, you got to teach your daughters to have self-esteem, self-love, and self-respect for themselves. Period. And be independent and don't depend on no man for nothing. So it is the upbringing of at the home. I think it comes from the home. Not, I'm not saying at times you can have the best parents and a child will still go astray, and you can have the best parents, but as far as raising your daughters, you got to raise them up with self-esteem and self-love and self-worth. They're no good to nobody if they're not if they don't have some self-confidence and self-esteem in their self. Coleslaw is a perfect example of what you don't want your daughter to be. Somebody who has low self-esteem, no self-worth, just you know no self-respect for herself. you know it comes from the mother. It does. It comes from home. It really does. 95% of the time it comes from home. I agree with you, Queen. It does. That's all I
yeah.
gotta say.
All right. Well, thank you. Final thoughts. Let's see. We got Cheryl. Miss Debbie, what are your final thoughts? The reading book, you're up next. And the review hour is going to close us out.
Yes, I say it's a combination of many things, including the family breakdown and also culture. Our kids are looking at the internet and looking at what money buys and what things are sexualized. And so I think it's a combination of all. But what we have to get to, like you said, Queen Sheba, back to talking to our nieces and telling them what's right and giving them affirmation about their self-worth. And so that's all I have to say is that, hey, it takes a village to raise children. Mhm.
Hallelujah.
It does.
I
And y'all,
agree.
when you talk to
Hallelujah.
them,
I
don't
agree.
make it an ugly lesson. Don't make it the most beautiful conversation. Don't
Yes.
make it uncomfortable. And don't do that. And if it takes you a while, ask God to, season my words, season my hearts, give me the right energy. Call in another woman to help tag team that conversation, right? Whatever. It ain't just got to be you, but don't make it an ugly conversation. Make it one of the most beautiful dialogues that you've ever put out when it comes to talking about how beautiful she is. And you ain't got to do all that to get that. Miss Debbie, what are your thoughts?
I feel like this. My girls are in their 40s, so they have that self-worth, self-esteem, self-preservation. I just think that, like the lady said, she not raising no hoes. You know, girls, they should talk with their mothers. Like you said, make it a pleasant conversation. You know, I joke with my girls. They grown women. They make their decisions. They know right from wrong. They know what they want in life. They don't have a bunch of children, and they decided they didn't want all that. You know, Women have choices. And they have to make the best choices for them. You know, we can teach our children, but as they grow their personalities, they decide what they want in life. And, you know, sometimes you make mistakes, you live and you learn. That's what life is all about. I just like watching them do what they do and how they do it, to see where they are at in life. And once girls become women, grown women, and you see them doing grown women things, you proud of your daughters. At least I am of mine.
I
Mm-hmm.
know
You
that's
know,
right.
That's right.
I'm proud of them. I'm glad they not letting no man take their money. They just a fool for a man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they not like that. That's the one thing I prayed about. Ooh, don't let them be no fool for no man.
Exactly. Don't be another coleslaw,
Exactly.
right? Don't want no
Exactly.
coleslaw.
Now, if my daughters wouldn't be no coleslaw, because they was, baby. And
I
we
know.
don't play that coleslaw stuff over here. You know. No, I like to see women grow. I like that. I like for them to make their own decisions. They doing the right things in life. You know, that's all you can hope for when you have kids. That they know right from wrong and they do make the right decisions in life.
Yeah.
And you have to let them make mistakes so they can grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Facts.
I want to give y'all this before it leaves my brain. I think it was Dr. Ed Young. He says from ages 0 to 13 you parent. From 13 to 18 you coach. From 18 on up you become a friend. See, some of y'all are trying to parent grown ass people that are your kids when you should be coaching or being their friend and talk. That means the conversation should change and shift. See, as a coach, you call the play. So what do you think about that play? What do you think went wrong? You review the tapes of life with them. You get what I'm saying? From 13 to 18. So why you think this happened to you? You see what I'm saying? You talking with them and not at them, because they've shifted, because their mentality, they're evolving. And sometimes we miss the mark with our kids because we don't evolve with them. You still trying to parent a 18-year-old like you would a 5-year-old. You got to shift into the coach mode. Now, you can still call the plays in your house and they need to run the ball. But if they don't score that touchdown, or if they get used and they get a one-night stand and wonder why he ain't calling back, you say, you tell me, would you call you back? You think you see, you having that coaching conversation. You think he'd like you like that? Why not? Would you and you coach, and then later on in life, you become really good friends. The reading book. What are your final thoughts? I think you went already. Let's go to the review hour. I'm sorry. The review hour. And then Daryl Long, you're going to close us out.
Hi, Queen. Can you hear me? I have my earpiece in.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Wonderful. I just want the parents going into 2024, stop dropping for those that have teenage daughters. I think we can start there as well. Stop dropping your daughters off at their boyfriend's house or their boyfriend's parents' house. I see that a lot. And when I was coming up, I can't even fathom my mom or dad dropping me off to see a boy. And also the parents of the young man whose girlfriend is being dropped off, say something. Get with the parents and say, hey, we don't do that here. You just can't drop your daughter off here and she's here for hours.
as if she's his wife. You know, I think we can start there as well once the young ladies become teenagers, to set some standards. Because when you start dropping them off at their boyfriend's house, you're setting a standard. She's already catering to them. And that's just I think, my suggestion for those that do have teenage girls, teenage boys. Set a standard. Girls should not be dropped off at their boyfriend's house, because you're setting a standard. And sometimes it starts there, when they think that they're supposed to cater to these young men, in every way.
I agree. That's a very good call out. Ladies, don't be so free with your daughters. Because back in the day, because these men are now saying, I want a traditional woman. Well, first of all, you wouldn't even have, if you want a traditional woman, let's go back to the traditional ways of courting. My daughter ain't coming to your house. Because there would be what is it called? An intercessor. You wouldn't even have access to her until we were able to assess your value and your worth based on your lineage and your bloodline and your legacy, your financial potential, your earning value, your education. Who is your father? What did your father do? You see what I'm saying? When we go back to tradition, men that say, I want a traditional woman, traditional women didn't fix plates. They ate family styles. The servants put the food on the table and they would pass the food around. See, a lot of people out here asking for shit they not even educated in. I just wanted to say that. She need to make my plate. A traditional woman will make my plate. No, traditional women were very well off to the point they could afford hired help that would serve the food. They call it family style dining. They would place it on the table and they would all dine together. And you would say, could you please pass the peas? Could you please pass the chicken? With no woman on her feet making no damn plate. So stop it with that traditional stuff that you don't know nothing about. Because the man made enough fucking money that his wife could hire the help to do all of that for her, which made it more pleasing for you in the bedroom. Because see, now I got time to please you. Now I got time to birth a nation because you've taken a load off from me by way of your finances, your ability to provide, to protect. And now I can homeschool my kids and then wait for you, Big Daddy, when you come home because she can fold the laundry. She can clean the house.
Okay.
Come on, don't get you know what?
Say that word. Say that
Because they
word.
be talking about stuff they don't know nothing about. Yeah, Buffy style,
Oh,
family
God.
style.
Ooh,
Okay.
Queen.
Go ahead,
Take me
Queen.
first, Daryl.
Go ahead.
But I told Daryl I was gonna let him take us home. Go ahead, King.
I would just say to ladies, make sure you vet these men because I have daughters also. Make sure you vet men very, very, very carefully. Make sure that this is somebody who wants to actually be in your life with the proper intentions. Otherwise, he's going to come in there for his own intentions. He's going to try to use you. He's going to do the things that these bandits usually do, which is exhibit degenerate behavior while at the same time calling himself a real man and a leader. And it's not until you have had enough, just like the young lady who left that young man, that's why he was crying online. I just think that ladies should move within their higher power. That's how I'm going to say it. I don't have too much smoke for all the men this morning. I just get real tired of black men specifically saying that black women and other women deserve less. I want to kind of destroy that narrative. And in order to do it, we have to have the support of black women. And they have to move in a certain light because unfortunately you guys are the leaders today. If a black woman get pregnant, they're going to say, why didn't she make him wear a condom? Which means that black men are telling other men they have no autonomy over their own body. They're going to blame you guys. And I have the fear that one day my daughters might find themselves in that situation. So I try to teach them to move within their higher power, because if you do not, these bandits will take every opportunity to take your happiness and your vagina at every opportunity.
Oh, and real quick, Victor wants to know. He said, Victor, I'm about to school you. Victor said, what is she talking about? Not majority of people. So he said, not majority of people she's talking about is a well-off family. No, they're not. I'm talking about tradition, even African tradition. They still had servants in the poorest tribes. You guys gotta be well versed and what you bring to these YouTube platforms. Because a lot of times I sit back and I say, and that has nothing to do with well off, because even the lowest of the low still had enough to afford a servant. You get what I'm saying? So it's not about being well off. It's about operating within your realm. What y'all call it now, living on your level. What is the word, y'all? Operating on your what? Living within your means. Living within your means.
Correct.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't have to be rich to have servants back in the traditional days, okay? Just go ahead and do your homework. That's what I'm talking about. Traditional women did not make plates. The servants cooked up the food. And it was placed, in front of them in a family style, buffet style. Hell, there wasn't even silverware, because when we really get deep into it, Africans eat with their hands. So I know she was making you no plate. So don't play.
That's true.
Come on now.
Go ahead, Queen.
It's not to you. I'm just saying. You know what I'm
Read it.
saying?
Read it.
Listen, ladies, don't let people have access to your young girls, these beautiful, beautiful wildflowers. Stop allowing them to spend the night at people's house. Stop just trusting. I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Who is her mama dating? Is that her daddy, or is that her mom? Is that your friend's dad, or is that her mom's boyfriend? What's his background? Is he a criminal? Start checking.
Oh
Because
my
a lot
God.
of young girls get molested and sexually assaulted at these sleepovers, and you'll never know nothing about it because they're traumatized. Please do not give them away so freely to the world.
Right.
Don't even host sleepovers. Host social gatherings at your house, all doors open. Ain't nobody going in no room with no door closed. We're standing down. It's not too late to clean up the mess that we've created in the Black community. It's never too late if you do it with love, and if you move in love, y'all. It's not too late to really back in. Panel, final thoughts. If not, we're about to log off.
Queen,
All right.
can I just say thank you? Thank you. This has been a great discussion, everybody on the panel. And please, ladies, gentlemen, please just know the value of yourself, respect yourself,
That's right.
set your standards, and walk with that. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you're going. We're going into 2024, inshallah, God willing. So let's use this next year to put all this crap, this man bashing and Black women bashing, and leave it in 2023 where it belongs, and go into 2024 with a different mindset about having our values, respecting ourselves, bringing more to the table, discussions than what a woman can bring and who's the provider. We don't want to hear none of that stuff no more. We're going through with positivity. We're trying to change as we go along the years. So everybody, just use this new year to reflect on yourself and do what's best for you. Forget all the outside noise. Just reflect on yourself and what you want to do and where you want to go in your life. So happy new year to everybody. And Queen, thank you again for always allowing me to come up and speak the way I want to speak. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year, Lala.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
Happy New
Thank you,
Year.
Carol, for co-hosting and sharing. You guys, this was a very thoughtful conversation, and we said what we said, and we look forward to continuing and evolving the dialogue next Saturday. And we standing on business because we said what we said. Thank you, Daryl Long. Thank you, everybody, for just being a very intricate part of this conversation. God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend.
Happy New
All
Year.
right.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year,
Year,
everybody.
everybody.
New Year's.
Traveling graces to you, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.